Good morning, everybody. Thank you for inviting me to speak on youth engagement in SDGs and also to really magnify what we are doing at UN Women on youth and gender equality. I think we've seen a very important milestone last year by development of the People's Agenda, which is people, planet, and prosperity, being clearly spelled out in Agenda 2030, which many of you don't realize or probably have not looked into is really what you really amplify or personify is youth participation in the development of sustainable development goals. I think we saw unprecedented participation of young women and young men from rural, from urban, from slums, from villages, from schools, from workplace, all different settings participate in the post-2015 development agenda. And we saw that clearly articulated by what young people voted in the My World 2015 survey. Many of you participated, and I really want to thank Alex and his team for mobilizing so many thousands of votes from China. Very, very grateful. I think what we see clearly is an articulation of agenda that is people's agenda, but most importantly, it applies to every single young person out there. 1.8 young people, and a country like China, which has a huge youth bulge, has a very significant contribution to play and make. How can you participate? I think the most simple way is really, first of all, communicate what these goals are. Many young people did not know what the Millennium Development Goals were. You need to change that when it comes to sustainable development goals. I think using your creative ideas, your social media outreach, your offline and traditional techniques such as street theater, you can go and amplify what sustainable development goals are to every single citizen in your country, in whether you use it offline or online. And please spread the word that these 17 goals that you see behind me have been adopted and apply most importantly to the most marginalized populations in our countries, in our settings. The second important element is to really support youth action in finding solutions. What are the innovative, creative ways by which we can make sure that these goals become a reality? Be it a young person taking on to live on $1 a day, to understand the empathy and understanding that we need to ensure that all the benefits reach to the most marginalized people, especially women and girls. Second, be it a climate action, so be it a friend of ours who takes on a country and says, I'll go from east to the west coast, educating at least 3% of my citizens to understand what climate action is and really take action with young people on climate awareness, but also creating a culture of sustainability led by young people. You can also look at water preservation initiatives. You can look at finding innovation on solar energy and renewable energies. You can take on actions to create more safety in your own setting, especially with girls and women. So be it goal number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on, you can take innovative way and an innovative solution to achieve that. And I really want to really say that youth action is going to be so critical in the realization of sustainable development goals. The third element really is to become the eyes and ears to watch, are these goals being implemented? What is the hindrance? What are the challenges? How are the governments really implementing strategies so that poverty can be fully eradicated? How are governments taking on strategies and implementing plans so that we can achieve gender equal societies? How is peace and security being promoted and being realized? How are partnerships being created so that we work collectively to attain sustainable development goals? So really participate in the My World 2.0, which is My World 2030, and Alex and the team will be more than happy to share, and I hope you will tweet this out and share this on social media. So really the 3 actions for you as right now is, as leading the youth in your constituency, is to create awareness, take action, but also monitor and evaluate the implementation of sustainable development goals and collectively gauge its impact. We in UN Women have taken on with many young people 2 important purposes. One is to engender the implementation of all 17 goals. It's clear that we cannot attain the 17 goals if we keep our eyes closed, especially one eye closed, not to fulfill the rights of women and girls. So here's an opportunity for all of you to make sure you have a very specific target to ensure that 17 goals apply to all women and girls, irrespective of where they come from, which means women with disabilities, indigenous, minority, LGBTQI communities, hard to reach geographical locations, refugee crisis, disaster affected situations. We must make sure we take special attention and give special means to reach out to the most marginalized women and girls. So we launched very interestingly UN Women's a strategy called the LEAPS, which is investing in young women's leadership to fulfill all 17 goals. So join us, invest in young women's leadership in economic, social, political, cultural, and civil spheres. But also E, which is to really invest in economic empowerment and skills development of young women, innovation, STEM, STEAM, leadership, entrepreneurship, creativity, and so on and so forth. We must ensure that every young girl and a woman has those skills that are often seen as gender non-stereotypical and are available to them. But also take action to end all forms of violence against women and girls, be it sexual, be it psychological, physical, online, offline, inside the house, in public spaces, in schools, in universities, on social media. I think we need to come together to take action and orange the world, orange your schools, orange your universities, orange your communities, and take action to end all forms of violence against young women and girls. And 3 Ps that LEAPS talks about is support, participation, voice, and partnership with young women and young women-led organizations, networks, and movements. But also work with young men, and that's what our 2nd P is, partnership with young men in achieving gender equality. And last not the least is really build on to the elderly and also create a partnership with all, which is to really create an intergenerational partnership throughout the life cycle to achieve gender equal and transformative societies. You're more than welcome to participate, really become actors in creating gender equality and make it a reality for a planet 50-50 by 2030. I also invite you to take part in the Youth CSW on March 11th and 12th and join us in New York. Also, do a preparatory meeting in China to see what you're doing to promote gender equality. We cannot let our women and girls down. We must stand together. So really inviting all the men right now who are watching the video to stand up and take a pledge on solidarity. And please tweet it to UN Women for Youth and also at Ravi Karkara so we know how you're taking action. Really want to thank Alex and the team and really welcome the establishment of a youth SDG center with a very strong commitment on gender equality. Congratulations, we're there together. Thank you very much.